Good afternoon, lacrosse fans. Welcome to the Langley Event Center for the World Lacrosse Men's Indoor World Championship. This game is between Team England and Team Israel. The officials for this game, Justin Kitashima, Mark Thompson, and John Martin. Now please welcome Team England. And welcome Team Israel. Fans, at this time, if you're able, please rise for the playing of the national anthem of England. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Israel.
Hello lacrosse friends, welcome to the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships here at the Langley Events Center. Today we have Israel and England, a blue group game. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Brandon Assel. And Brandon, this is, we've seen both these teams come out and suffer a couple of losses, a couple of challenging games, but this is a huge one for them because it's basically determining who has the easier route into the semis.
Yeah, somebody's going to get their first win of the tournament here today, Stephen. And it's hopefully going to be a close one. We got the number 4 seeded Israelis against the 5th seeded English. They're just about to get things going here, and it was Israel losing both of their games so far. 17-6 to Iroquois on Thursday, 18-10 to USA last night, where England faced the host Canadians and lost 18-5. So it should be a good affair here this afternoon at the Langley Event Center. Looks like we got the English in their red uniforms, Israel in their whites. Fans still taking their seats. Officiating crew tonight, the head ref going to be Justin Kitashima, and he'll be working alongside Mark Thompson and Jan Martin.
And net for Israel, on the screen there is Zach Higgins, who was the top goalie at the European Championships when Israel won in a thriller over the Czech Republic 8-7 2 years ago in Turku, Finland. There's the officiating crew chatting with Brad MacArthur, the head coach. And down at the other end of the floor, Frank Chiliano, once again between the pipes for England. Walt Christensen is the head coach. He is in the middle there holding the clipboard. Dan Perot having a chat with his players to the left of your screen. Tom Roach facing off for England. He'll be up against Ian Kadish from Israel. Here we go. Ball is down.
Seen a ton of false starts in this tournament, Stephen. I don't know if the officials call a little tighter to the vest, but we're underway from the LEC.
Well, the approach has been, I know they were told before the game, before the tournament, they're going to enforce the rules of you have to pull out. You have to be pulling or pushing or drawing to the side. You can't just clamp and battle. There won't be extended battles, and that has caused guys, I think, they have to change things up a little bit at times. Israel with the first possession, and Chetner with a great chance, stopped by Chiliano. It's going to be scooped up in the crease there by Sam Clare.
Yeah, if England wants any chance here this afternoon, Chiliano's going to have to be their best player. And speaking of calling it tight to the vest, we've seen a ton of penalties this tournament as well. Stephen, we got one here.
Illegal cross-check to Tom Roach. He will be heading to the box for 2 minutes or less. And Jean-Luc Chetner, who, fascinating player. He was the MVP, leading scorer at the Euros a couple of years ago. And he has made the move this summer, really, to playing a lot of transition right in the WLA.
Yeah, Chetner was property of the Vancouver Warriors. He's from around these parts in Penticton. And he's off to a good start.
Draft.
Got off to a good start in this tournament, 6 points.
Chetner at the top, hands it off to Fishman. Looking over to Zachary Paul, shoots instead. Fishman just kind of looked off on the pass, gets a little pick from Chetner, shoots around it, and buries one through Chiliano.
And speaking of Chetner there, he sets the hard pick, as we'll see on the replay. Open up some space for Fishman, and he wastes no time. Took just 14 seconds into this power play, and it's Israel out 1-0, not even a minute in.
Yeah, you can see the pick there, and it's actually right between the Tyson Rowe and Jean-Luc Chetner. Chetner's not, I don't think, going to move Tyson Rowe a whole lot. It's more tying him up.
I think he's probably got about a foot on him inside.
Tyson Rowe is 6'10". He's the only player in the tournament that I look up to physically. I look up to many of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's probably got you by a couple inches.
1 inch, yeah. You get Tim Semish, me, and then him lined up. It's just a little stagger. Semish is something he's playing for Israel. He is 6'8". It'd be fascinating to see him and Rowe up against each other, but they do both play defense. Doug Utting up for an offensive shift, primarily a D guy, but he will go up, played some O shifts yesterday, gets it off to Brian Hopper. Hopper spins away, throws it out top to Paul. This 30 expires before he can catch it and get a shot off.
Yeah, good defensive effort by England, coming off an early goal there from Israel. It'll be their first touch in the offensive end.
Will Walker steps across the restraining line, loads it up and rips a pass across to Lyndon Bunio, who was the star yesterday for England, or 2 days ago when they played their first game. Fitzgerald, that was yesterday. It's all a blur at this point.
Goes by quick.
Higgins with the save and the outlet pass. Kevin Harper, it's a little high for him, but he does track it down off the one hop. Adam Wolf going hard to the net, cuts through. Harper's going to pull up, hand it back to Kyle Bergman, the inventor of the Swoverall. There's Isaac Bach. Bach diving to the net, shoots. That one's going to go wide, but Bach is in the crease as it's grabbed by Adam Fishman.
Going to be interesting to see how the legs of the Israelis hold up, Stephen. This is their third game in 3 days, while England just playing their back-to-back after losing last night. Good jump so far from Israel.
That one's going to roll all the way down the floor. Daniel Applebaum was the first guy to get there. It's going to be called on the over and back anyway, so it was going to be Israeli possession. Applebaum was going to try and create a fast break chance. Didn't happen, so Chetner and the offense will go to work. Adam Wolf across to Hopper. Pick from Wolf. The roll not there. Good two-man defense by Sutton. So Bergman's going to try and create. Chetner going through the middle, Rowe on him. It looks like they're trying to match Rowe up with Chetner. We'll see if that's intentional, if it's just kind of worked out that way so far.
Yeah, we got to push in the back call against Israel. You got to be careful in international play. The refs call it very tight, and we saw it right there.
Lyndon Bunio. Duck underneath. Eckersall goes to the crease, violation, and here comes Israel the other way. Not much of a running game so far. Both teams really seem to be pretty focused on getting back, taking away the transition. Swatted away by Tom Roach, so it won't be an over and back. And it's going to be a fresh 30 for Israel.
Yeah, no real clean looks for any team right now, Stephen. We have the one goal, but that was an outside shot. Both teams still trying to get their offensive rhythm going here, and Israel's going to get an extra possession.
And Chetner wisely just tapping the ball ahead. I'm not sure why more players don't do that, to be honest, because the 30 doesn't start until you pick the ball up and possess it in your stick. That's going to go wide, so it's not going to work out for him. It'll be an over and back unless England can get there and make a play first. Albert Whitehead
There's the
didn't
over
really
back.
have anything. Yeah, there was nothing, no offensive advancement, so they're going to blow it down. Doug Udding was going. He was ready if they did the quick blow-in to go pick that ball up, and then Udding chops down hard onto Matt Marsh. Outside rip. That one stopped from Caleb Kuber. Higgins with the outlet.
Yeah, Higgins has settled in nicely. He's only faced 3 shots, but has turned them all aside. 7-year vet in the NLL. 28-year-old has spent the last 2 years at Buffalo, but will play for Philly this year.
First-time starter. This is his big chance. Bergman trying to get underneath. Nice defense by Sam Clare, who's another guy who's moved to the defensive end to try and advance his career into the professional ranks. And he is off to the races, scored a beautiful goal on the run yesterday. Doesn't have another one in him right now. Bunio will pick it up, but they're going to call too many men or an illegal substitution on England. Trying to get a little quick out into the breakaway.
Yeah, the back official calling that one, so Israel's going to get their second power play of the game, and they scored 13 seconds into their first power play in the opening minute. On a goal by Fishman, they'll send out that same 5-man unit here to take on Chiliano in the England PK. Almost 5 minutes in.
Tyson Rowe and Caleb Kuber up at the top of the penalty kill. Interesting because Kuber is primarily a forward, we've been told. I mean, he's listed as a forward. He's a Victoria Shamrocks Junior A player, went to the Minto Cup, but you get a high-quality player. You want to get him out on the floor. There's Roach coming out on Chetner. They get it through to Hopper. Nice twister. Great patience and seem to have forever on top of the crease.
Yeah, great passing. Chetner finds Hopper cutting through the middle, untouched. Little pump fake once and twice on Chiliano, and he makes no mistake. And how about this power play, Stephen? Off to a hot start, 2 for 2, and that's beautifully drawn up. Could have been better defended, but Hopper says thank you very much.
Yeah, look how much time he's got. Everyone just kind of stood and watched him, hoping that Chiliano can make that stop. It's been an eventful day here at the Langley Event Center. Over in the field house in particular is one of the Mexican players proposed to his girlfriend on the floor after a game. I went over and caught that one. Pretty exciting times. It's out on Twitter. You can catch myself and Brandon on Twitter. I am at StampLax. And Brandon, I don't know yours off by heart.
Brandon_Astle.
That was easy. There's Clare in the middle. That's Nate Clare. He's going to have the ball stripped on the double team. It's scooped up in the corner by Will Walker. Tries to go for the backdoor pass, doesn't connect. Kadish will grab the loose ball.
Nice save there by Higgins, his best of the game so far. Cross crease pass, Caleb Kuber with a quick stick, but Higgins denies it. 4 shots, 4 saves for the goaltender.
Fishman taking his time as the offense comes to set up. Chetner really committing to those picks. He has thrown full body blocks at some of these guys. He's not the biggest guy, but he will get up and play a physical game.
Yeah, definitely. He's one of those guys, Steven, that's going to do the unheralded stuff, go in the corner, set the hard picks. He's already got an assist. He set a hard pick on the opening goal. He's already had a big factor in this game. We're just getting towards the 6-minute mark.
Dom Fitzgerald throws it across to the far side. Clare winding up, tries to fit it through on the give and go. Fitzgerald's going to wind up in the crease after yet another save by Zach Higgins.
Yeah, this offensive England, Steven's been pretty stagnant to start. It was nice to see them move the ball around, get some hard cutters, and it opened up a lane there, but just unfortunately for themselves, a little too close to the crease.
Kevin Harper standing up for another offensive shift. He'll take it along the half wall. Tries to duck underneath. Bergman's left open, pops away from him. Gets through Chiliano, but he reaches back with the hand, taps it out. Here we go, Rowe on the run. He can do this effectively, gobbles up a lot of turf with the long strides, and he's gotten much better at consistent decision making.
Yeah, picked up a goal last night as well against the host Canadians.
Penalty coming to Israel. It won't be obviated by the shot as that one's stopped by Higgins. It's going to be an illegal cross check, which is probably the most common call in this tournament, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to keep your stick to yourself pretty much in this tournament. Slashing, cross-checking called very tightly. And going to the box for Israel is Dalton Lundy. And now England, who didn't score on the power play last night against Canada, looking for their first in the tournament on the man advantage. Good opportunity here with 8:16 to go in the first quarter.
And it would be a good time as they're down by 2-0. You don't want to fall too far behind, obviously, in any game. And we have seen some comebacks. I mean, quite a few, actually. Here's a rip from the outside. That's off the boards onto the back of the net. Gets away from Higgins. He tried to reach out and grab it. Now he's trying to rake for it. The lone English player had lost his stick, Lyndon Bunio, so he had very little chance in that scrum. Harper again fighting up into the offensive zone. See if he stays. Nope, this time he's going to go. Hopper will come and replace Harper for the penalty kill. Hopper up high. Udding's going to spin away. Udding with a terrific season for the Cobourg Kodiaks. One of their best defenders, I'd say maybe Steph Charbonneau of the Philadelphia Wings was really, really good for them. But Udding was right up there, and it's earned him a contract with the Rochester Nighthawks, where GM Dan Carey was at a ton of games in Ontario this summer, saw a lot of lacrosse, and was able to pick Udding and get him signed.
Yeah, he's not the biggest guy in the world, but gets his nose dirty for sure.
He does. Very feisty. If the Uddings are watching, hello to the whole clan. Great group of folks. They were out in force regularly in Cobourg whenever they're able to get down there. Fun group of folks. There's Jean-Luc Chetner on the run. Brandon Smith staying with him. 16 on the shot clock, about an 18-second difference, 18 seconds more on the penalty. Israel obviously would love a reset or a goal, of course, and Bergman wasn't far off, but Giuliano makes the leg stop. Tony Joseph will head up the floor. Veteran hands it off to Rowe. And Dan Perot's calling them off to get the power play out there. Still 13 seconds on the penalty. They have time to try something. They get a shot off. They were just getting the fifth attacker out there. Will Walker was that man. He's going to get it now. Now they're going to wait. No, he's going to shoot. It comes out, and
it bounced
in. Went in the net. I didn't see what it bounced off. I was looking at the clock to see if they're going to get a break to Lundy coming out of the box, and somehow that ricocheted in.
Yeah, it's not going to be a power play goal. So we see Will Walker just unload, and it ricochets off the back of Higgins. That hit the post. This will be a great look here off the overhead.
Nope. It's off the boards, and then off Higgins.
Just the way they drew it up.
Yeah.
Will Walker will get credit.
Too bad we didn't have a mic in Will Walker's helmet so he could call his shot. I'm going to go off the boards, off Higgins' left elbow, and into the net for a non-power play goal. As you said, Lundy's penalty was just ending. And then Udding at the other end. We talked about he can go up and place him. He shows some nice feet and the nice hands for the finish.
Yeah, look at him go. And on that short-handed shift, he was playing some offense, ran back, seems no worse for the wear, responds right after the English goal. Look at this little feet work, cut to the net, finds some room under the left arm of Giuliano. Good start for Udding and the Israeli squad, up 3-1. That's how you answer after a goal, Stephen.
Just enough of a lean back up top. It wasn't even a step or a spin towards the top. It was just a lean. And as soon as he felt his defender going with that lean, Udding was gone underneath. Great play to make it 3-1. Israel taking the lead. Just under 6 to go. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Assel. This is the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships in the Langley Events Center.
Yeah, battle of the 4th and 5th place finishers in the 2015 tournament.
That pass didn't connect. They get it back to Hopper, and that connects. Brian Hopper just loads it up and lets it rip.
Man, what a shot. Received the pass. He knew what he wanted to do right away and blows it over the right shoulder of Giuliano. Hopper off to a hot start, his second of the quarter. And this was an absolute bomb from the far side. Just rears back, and Giuliano barely even moves. Tough to find space up high on Giuliano, but he found some there in top corner.
That look of Giuliano, the kind of slight shoulder shrug, and the look up usually I think means the goalie didn't see it. He got a little screen. So 4-1, back-to-back markers for Israel.
Hopper didn't score in the last game. He's got 2 already. Chetner as well, a couple assists in this game.
Oh, and Zachary Paul, he gets rolling. Nice little shot on the run, finds the opposite corner to where Hopper's just landed.
Jean-Luc Chetner will get another assist on this goal. Steven sets up Paul, and it was Paul playing setup man in this tournament. 5 assists coming into tonight's game, and has a goal early on in this one. Not much to it, just a quick shot, catching Giuliano, sliding to his right. It is all Israel, up 4 goals in England. Coach Christensen wants to talk to the troops. He calls timeout.
Little tick off the arm of Giuliano, but still had enough space to get inside the post. Walt Christensen is very calm with this team. He's got a process, the English lacrosse has a process. The Northern Box League, the Southern Box League have been kind of separate for quite a while, and he's managed to have a combine and a tryout camp in each location, the north of England, south of England, and then bring them together. Now, he's not so calm now, actually. He's having a chat with them about that, but about how things are going. But he is very excited in UK Lacrosse, who has really supported these players, and the team has really supported him in getting that together, get the northern and the southern camps together happening, and then bring everyone together, have the tryout, go to the E-Box, go to the Alistair Besky, and make their decisions, picking the team largely from those events. And it's really leading, and there's some positive things happening. Maybe even I think they're working pretty hard to try and get some facilities, because there's not a lot of places you can play box lacrosse in England. Certainly not a lot of real boxes.
Yeah, he's done such a great job, Stephen. Over 4 decades of coaching experience. Him and Dan Pearl, how many years experience do they have together, man? Former Shamrock, one-man cups as a player, as a coach, junior Shamrocks, big fisherman as well. Apparently when he's not coaching lacrosse, you can catch him with a fishing rod.
And he's a retired history teacher, I believe. I know he loves his history. He was when he was over in Prague, he was telling me where he was going to check out like a Holocaust museum and things. And, one of the concentration camps. And he's just checking out the historical places, and he loves that. Very interesting guy to have a chat with. Saved by Higgins off the quick shot from Clare coming out from the bottom. Eric Cantor is going to take a look up at the refs and say, "You're calling everything, and I'm laying here on the ground. You're not calling this." But Israel comes into the offensive zone. Bergman is going to wait for the full complement. The fifth guy is Zachary Paul. He gets the ball now over to Hopper, the hot hand. Little pick. Sidearm pass, Fishman back to Bergman. Hopper getting into it with Tony Joseph, and Hopper was immediately jumping up. That's very interesting. He knew it was late in the shot clock. He's down on the floor. He was getting up, pushing off, and just heading back just in case there was some kind of turnover, because he couldn't see as he got toppled. Yeah,
whatever Coach Christensen said at the bench during that timeout definitely worked. His team looked a lot more active defensively. They're talking out there. That's such a big difference when you're talking to each other and communicating.
And a chance for Bunio, and he wraps it is it a goal?
Wow.
It is. The ref was actually originally pointing at the floor, because it was very close as Bunio went low. He took initially the cross-hander going across the top of the crease, and then this is quite a play.
Yeah, this could be up there for goal of the tournament. Watch this one-hander wraparound. Lyndon Bunio, diving effort, and Higgins didn't see it. He's looking the other way. Bunio with 2 goals in last night's loss to Canada. He's a firecracker, Stephen. This guy's legs are always moving.
Oh, that's no goal, though. The left hand is down in the crease well before the ball goes in. Yeah, he put his left hand down as he's shooting with the right.
I think the ref was looking at the feet.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot to look at. You can't really blame them for missing that. It's a tough one, but, it took the third replay for us to see it. So that's obviously a huge advantage for us. That's where, in the NLL, the flag comes out immediately as soon as the coach sees that play, right? That flag is flying out to mid-floor.
Yeah, so Bunio's 3rd goal of the tournament gets England some life here late in the first.
And they've all been pretty spectacular, really. He had to fight through Canadian defenders, just battle them off for both of his first couple of goals. And that one, just a spectacular effort. And I mean, the thing, again, the hand is down, but it's inside his body. He probably, I don't know if he's thinking this through as he goes, but it's such a hard position for anyone to see that hand is down until we get that replay look. Fishman with the shot, that's a little bit wide. Rowe goes up above everyone, but drops the ball. It's grabbed by Joseph. Bergman with the hard forecheck. Little pick, good pick by Sam Clare. Nothing over the top to hand over that ball just as they get into the offensive zone. Rowe goes to the net, reaches out, steps in the crease. That's the problem when you have size 15 feet.
I do not want to be a defender or goalie seeing that guy coming at me and diving. I'm just getting out of the way.
Yeah, it's hard to stay out when you're there's so much of you, but Rowe really handling himself well.
Yeah, stalwart on the back end for the Nanaimo Timmerman. He's got a couple looks in his career in the NLL as well. Another crease call, this time the other way.
Yeah, Chetner getting into the net and stepped on the line. Albert Whitehead will get across the mid-floor. Nice passing in front, but Seth Mahler will knock down Nate Clare, and then Clare comes from behind the net, from in front, and they actually call going through the crease to check the player. as opposed to the push in the back, which also could have been called. So
Close in the shot category, 12-11 in favor of Israel, but Israel by far has been the better team on offense. You can see the ball moving. Everybody's moving. They're setting hard picks, and they're taking advantage of their clean looks they've been getting.
Here comes Rowe again. He's 1-on-3 though, so this time he's just going to pull up. Ben Colville indicating he'd like the ball, but actually they're going to skip to the far side to Kuber. Quick release on the sidearm there by Bunio, sorry, but it was wide. Israel comes away with the ball. They're heading up the floor, and again, England taking pains to get players off the floor and get the defense out. There is no transition available for Israel at this point.
Another penalty coming up here. Hopper got taken down. Israel's going to go to the power play if they don't score here.
Higgins gets to the bench. Hard pass across to Paul. Finds Bergman in the middle. And he was absolutely flattened by Chris Wayner. It's going to be the captain, Tom Roach, heading to the box once again.
Yeah, Roach's second penalty of the quarter. This one's going to be for cross-checking as he laid out Hopper here. You'll see on the replay. Right here. A little too high, might have got him in the face mask. I don't know if there's a little acting involved there, but the ref sends him to the box, and that's not what you want to do if you're England. This power play is 2 for 2, and their leading power play goal scorer coming into this game, Kyle Bergman. He's got 2 on the power play this tournament. Nothing to show for yet. Maybe it's now.
And we have seen at least one embellishment call, or technically unsportsmanlike conduct on an embellishment, but we have seen players taking to selling calls because they know the calls are coming. Paul rips a hand save Chiliano. Paul follows his shot, but Clare comes up with it, lobs it ahead to Rowe. He is alone ahead and shoots low. Higgins gets it, gets through him, but rolls out. Israel will push it the other way, but there's 3 English defenders back. They're just going to slow it down.
Nice job by both Rowe and Higgins, the goaltender. Rowe able to run onto that loose ball. For a big man, he runs pretty well. Higgins just able to keep it out while he's falling backwards.
Bergman goes for a tumble. Gets it up to Adam Wolf at the top of the formation. Gets a pick over to Chetner. Rips one that hit the defender Whitehead. Bergman picks it up. They're running out of time on the shot clock and in the quarter. 3 seconds to go as England will pick up the ball. And we'll see if Tyson Rowe just has a go. Oh, he's going to hand it off and let Nate Clare rip it. Forces Higgins to make a save. We are through 15 minutes of action. It is 5-2 in favor of Israel here at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships in Langley. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Astle. We'll be back in 2 minutes. See you then.
Yeah, there's.
Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. Ian Kadish has just ripped the ball back through his legs as Jacob Silverlicht was being dumped over on the restraining line, but Israel has possession. Udding will drop it there. It is 5-2 for Israel through 15 minutes of play. I'm Steven Stamp with Brandon Astle. Did you say Astle or Astle?
Astle.
Astle.
The T is important,
The
let me
T
tell you.
Okay. Bergman rips one. Bergman with the hard G in the middle. And Frankie Chiliano with the quiet G is going to pass it up to Sam Clare, who will slow things down a little. And Israel, just like England, taking pains to take away transition opportunities. We saw the one from Rowe where he got to the net and went into the crease, but really not a lot of transition so far.
No, they've been stopping, looking to set up shop, and the Israel defense have been great. Not a whole lot of room out there. We'll see if England's changed their game plan at all coming in the second quarter.
Penalty to Roach is ending just as the shot clock does, right at the same time. So they'll just lob it in to the corner. And Chetner, who is back on D, is going to go up into the offensive zone and run things up there.
And it's Chetner leading everybody after 15 minutes. 3 assists already in this game. Hopper's been the one with the hot stick. He's got 2 goals.
Penalty coming to England. Higgins is making the sprint to the bench. 10 on the shot clock. If you're a summer lacrosse person, you're wondering why he's going when there's not much time left. It's because they can get a reset, and they almost do. They actually do. Whitehead didn't possess it, and it's going to be a fresh 30 for Israel. It's not blown down as soon as there's a shot like the summer, but as Whitehead scoops that ball up, Gavin Abramson, he will get the ball to stop play and then go straight to the box.
Yeah, you got to stick up a little too high in the face mask of Hopper. Steven, the ref is right there. I could hear it from up here, so that's an easy one for the official to call. It's actually give him a slashing. Take your pick, slashing, high stick. You saw it right there. And Israel's going to get their 4th power play. They're now 2 for 3 after not scoring on their last one.
That was a pretty good chop to the face mask. Chetner at the top. Rowe and Clare again at the top of the defense. Roach and Brandon Smith down low. Clare grabs that ball off the boards, spins, and was trying to get it ahead to Tyson Rowe for a breakaway, but nice work by Zachary Paul on the forecheck to just deny him the passing lane. Rowe battling his way past Fishman, gets around him, runs around the back of the net. He's killed half the 30. And Rowe's going to now make his way to the bench. Let Ben Colville come out. And Colville, that pass is too high for him. He looks at Sam Clare and says, I've been on the floor 3 seconds. You're going to throw it away from me?
Yeah, he needed a step ladder to grab that one. Tough break there for England.
See, if Tyson Rowe had just stayed on, he could have caught that.
Absolutely. Could have caught that on his knees.
Israel. Paul across to Bergman. They're just getting the change completed. Paul with a shot that hits the post. And Smith had to be alert to hop on it before an Israel player could grab that out of the crease.
Oh, that was close. Beat Chiliano clean underneath the right arm. Hits the pipe, and Chiliano made sure he didn't knock it into the back of the net. Big
Sam
break
Clare
there.
to Bunio. Harper up on him. Still 38 seconds on the penalty to England. As Bunio reverses direction. Applebaum on him. Dalton Lundy's just back playing center field on top of the crease. Now he's going to come and help.
Yeah, perfectly drawn up there, Steven. Yes. Bunio had the looks there with the quick feet, but they made sure the double team came late, and they might have one last crack here on this power play. 18 seconds left.
Paul's going to go up top. They go strong right this time. Adam Wolf back to the top of the formation. Skip pass to him. Oh, he drilled that one straight into Brandon Smith. And that's going to do it for the penalty. Abramson racing back in. Bergman, push pass. Paul. Whitehead was right out on him. Now Abramson on Wolf. That backdoor pass goes to Bergman inadvertently, but it does stay with Israel. There's Hopper. He'll fire one. That one's up high over the top, off the boards. Grabbed by Wolf. Down to 4 seconds. He's going to try and get something on the net. It's not going to work at all as Roach will grab that ball. Nice checking there by Abramson.
Already such a better defensive effort already in this quarter compared to the first.
Yeah, that timeout from Walt Christensen and crew really seems to have worked to fire up this English club a bit.
Sometimes screaming works.
Yeah.
Message received.
Not all the time. That's the big thing, right? If you're yelling all the time, they stop hearing. But if you're not a big yeller, when you do, it can get across. Jacob Silberlicht. Oh no, that pass picked off by Kluber, but great work by Mahler. And then I think Mahler is getting a penalty.
Yeah, so after a couple of good penalty kills, England's going to get some power play time, as you see the call coming up here momentarily. Right there, that stick got a little high. So he's going to sit in the box for 2 minutes or less. England 0 for 1 on the power play tonight.
Will Walker starting at the top as they go strong right. Bunio at the lefty shooter spot and Clare down low. Matt Marsh. I haven't seen a lot of Marsh, but he has the ball on the goal line extended. Marsh gets it back. He's going to let one rip. Higgins stops it, pounces on his rebound. Outlet pass to Udding. He's got Applebaum with him. Udding's going to spin, peel back out, go to penalty kill mode.
Shots now 19-14 for Israel. Not a whole lot of action in the Israel end so far.
That's not a huge disparity in shots. Bach cutting to the middle. Has a lane, rips a shot. Sidearm, looking for the shorthanded goal with about 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Udding's just going to go and tap it away. Rather have the over and back than have the breakaway as Bunio and Clare were racing down the floor. Heads up play by Udding. Will stay and play at the top of the penalty kill with Andrew Kruder. There's a hard rip by Bunio, but it's wide and Udding grabs it. Just shovels it ahead. Got away from Harper. He wound up knocking down the English player. And then Clare loses his stick as Kruder is on him, and Kruder's a big, strong guy, and that's going to be an illegal pick on Israel. I thought we were actually getting a holding the stick penalty.
Yeah, might have got away with one there. Kruder doing a good job, though, nonetheless, to work the ball free for a split second or two there.
Ball pops loose. Bunio picks it up. 20 left on the shot clock. 35 on the penalty. Saved by Higgins.
Just nothing going for this power play. Everybody's kind of just standing still. There's not a whole lot of picks being delivered. A lot of outside opportunities, and Higgins is going to make those stops all day.
Yeah, and with the 30 not starting until Higgins passed the ball out, there was actually the penalty would have expired on that possession for Israel, but England fights hard to get it back, and they're going to have a chance. They get the shot. Not a bad look.
Yeah, that was Dan Eckersall getting the feed from Bunio. As Bunio gets thrown to the turf, and that'll be a turnover against Israel.
So 1 second on the penalty, which means England can at least set up and wait till Mahler comes in. Bunio is just going to wait. Ball is knocked away, and Lundy trying to get position on him. That's going to be an illegal pick, or a loose ball foul.
Oh, and a penalty now, too. We're going to get a holding call. Bunio's on the turf, always in the middle of it, not afraid to get his nose dirty, and he's going to draw an Israel penalty here. So this English power play got to get going a bit. They're 0 for 2.
So it's going to happen coming up. Right here, Jacob Silberlicht. No.
High
It's a
stick.
high sticking call. I didn't see it.
Oh, it's holding the stick. That's what it is.
Oh, did he call holding the stick?
Yeah.
Okay. Usually when they do holding the stick, they do the hold and then the stick more horizontal.
Held it up
so it
pretty
doesn't
high.
look like the high stick. So 8:08 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 5-2 lead. Israel kind of jumped out to an early start, but really hasn't been a whole lot of scoring lately.
Yeah, no goals yet in the second quarter. It's 5-2 Israel after the first.
Yep. Wow. Going through the crease and then playing the ball called on England. Can't be the first one after you went through the crease to play it, so that will turn the ball over. Tim Semic moves it ahead to Applebaum. Applebaum's content to just stand along the boards while there's no pressure from England. We seem fairly happy to just let this 30 tick off and get the ball back. Israel going for a change. A couple of players already out on D, so Applebaum more or less on his own. Chetner's out there, but only token assistance really. At that point, Whitehead. Bunio gets it back, or Gets it in directly from Clare as he went through Walker on the way. Lundy jumps out onto Bunio, who got the shot, kind of pulled it near post and just missed. Patient tries it, and Higgins is there to make the stop. But it goes straight back out to Clare. He's going to bury it. Power play goal, and England is within 2 of Israel.
Nice shot there from Nate Clare. That came off a reset after a Bunio shot. Had some room there in the middle. And finally, England's on the board in the power play department. You can see Clare scooping up that rebound. Thought about passing, I said, no, I'm gonna let it rip, and it was a good choice.
Perfect shot. I think as we watch this from this angle, you'll see it right in at the crossbar and post joint. Yep.
That'll be Clare's second of the tournament.
Israel gets it off the faceoff.
He was unassisted. Time 8:09. Clare on the power play, unassisted at 8:09.
Chetner across to Paul. Shot from the outside by Harper, missed. He'll head to the bench, as will Bergman. Clare's on the run. Puts his shoulder down. Nice job, though, by Seth Mahler to body him up.
Yeah, great back check. Looked like Clare had some daylight. Might have ran out of steam there at the end.
Cross to Fitzgerald. It bounces away from him. Eric Cantor gets there, but loses possession. And it's grabbed by Matt Marsh. Just 6 on the shot clock as Israel didn't possess the ball. Now that's a fresh 30. England was starting to press. You could see that Fitzgerald was thinking he had to go to the net, and then they were yelling, fresh 30, let's use it. Here's Cooper. Ben Colville. Exall hands it off in a hard shot. Higgins another save. Boy, England has really had some good chances now as we get into the later parts of the second quarter.
They've picked up the pace big time. Both ends of the floor, especially on offense. They've been the more dominant team here in the second quarter and are now out shooting Israel 21-19. Chiliano hasn't gotten a whole lot of work this quarter.
No. Feed pass attempt doesn't work. Chetner will track it down. Only a couple seconds to get the shot off. They get it to Bach. He scores. They say no in the crease. Wow, that was some poise at the last moments of the shot clock by Chetner. It just doesn't work out, though. Nate Clare takes this one to the restraining line. Hiding pushes him past the shooting area. Dives. Higgins is standing. He actually kind of froze up against the post. I thought it might roll down his back, but it rolled out and he gets a bit of a break that way.
Yeah, Clare just scored a goal, nearly had another there. Stepped in or landed in the crease before it could fall in the net.
Hiding over to Bergman. He's going to try a sidearm shot. Doesn't get through, but it'll come out directly to Zachary Paul. His one hopper gets to Bergman, who's got a head of steam. Roach stands him up, though. So he tries to shovel it over, and they're just going to leave it behind for the reset, get the defenders out.
Yeah, their defense has definitely woken up. Their heads are on a swivel, not allowing anyone untouched to go behind them. We saw that a couple times in the first even, and it cost them.
Mahler takes the outlet after some pressure from England on the Israeli players trying to clear their zone. They do manage to pull it off. About 3.5, just over 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Chetner trying to decide how he wants to use the pick. Kind of comes back around it. Fishman's going to just have to let that fly with a few seconds left to go on the shot clock.
Another great defensive effort. Israel tried hard setting screens towards the middle of the floor, but the defenders are doing a great job backing each other up. There wasn't a big lane at all. And we'll see if England can get closer to tying this thing up. Time winding down with 3:15 left.
Bunio tried to go up and around there, lost the ball, but somehow comes out with it. Still has it and gets a shot off. He's buried. Ball comes back out to Cooper, who gets a rip off. Higgins pass ahead. Boy, that was looking a little scary for Applebaum as he was kind of hung up with the high pass. And it's grabbed by Smith, man off the bench. Sam Clare misses.
Wow, what a job by Smith defensively. Overworks his man, knocks it free and finds Sam Clare all by himself, nearly 5'4", but he missed the cage. Man, are they playing a lot better than the first.
Israel is going to try and turn things around a little bit. Last goal they scored was at 9:48 of the first quarter.
They scored early, they scored often, but since that, they've got nothing. Chiliano has been a wall, but kudos to their defense who have really stepped up. Now the offense has to follow suit.
Colville going to the net. He's going to step on the line. Yeah, I mean, 5 goals in under 10 minutes, and then 0 in the 18 minutes since.
Yeah, and they're out shooting Israel as well, 23-21 as it stands.
Oh, nice touch shot. Little pass across, and Fishman just taps it home past Chiliano.
Yeah, this is exactly what the offense needed to get going here. Late stages, second quarter. Credit Isaac Bach. Great cross-seam pass, able to spot Fishman. Quick stick on the far post. He's going to make no mistake past Chiliano.
Lovely pass. Great timing to just lead Fishman. You'll see Bach steps back and floats it up for Fishman to run onto. Sutton out for England for the face-off, as he's been occasionally. Jamie Sutton up against Kadish, who takes basically all the draws for Israel. Sutton went early, and Israel will get possession.
Yeah, credit to Fishman stepping up. Had 1 goal in the last 2 games. He's got 2 already before the half's over, up to 3 in the tournament.
Zachary Paul has some space. He'll rip one. Shoots it to the midsection of Chiliano, who is looking up the floor. He's going to go for a bit of a run. He just took off. Frankie wanted to be a sprinter for a moment.
6 on 5.
It's like Wayne Cauley heading up to play with the offense. The old Brooklyn Redmond fans from back in the day. Kuber, sidearm pass, gets away from Marsh, and Udding's going for a run. He's 1-on-1, but kind of 1-on-3. So he's just going to spin away from pressure and hand it off to Hopper. Hopper, far side shot off the foot of Chiliano, straight out to Isaac Bach. We're into the final minute of the first half. 6-3 Israel, breaking their dry spell to double up England. Chetner tries to lever it through to Bergman, a little too far, gets all the way to Chiliano. He's going to wait. I think they may have told him. Oh, they're going to call him on a 5 count.
Wow. Yeah, turnover will be Israel ball, 9-second differential between the game and shot clock. Tough break there for Frankie.
Well, he hadn't picked up the ball. He was going to try and wait and let the clock keep ticking so the 30 wouldn't start.
And you got to make that save there after your own mistake.
Yeah.
Chetner wide open in front.
Clare pulls it down, goes to the net. Nice save Higgins after Clare sprinted past Udding. And we're going to have a timeout by Israel. They're going to pull Higgins, set up for the 6-on-5, try and extend this 3-goal lead.
Man, Sam Clare going to be kicking himself going to the half, Stephen. He could have 2 goals. He's had great looks. Got around Udding there on a nice pump fake, but couldn't get Higgins to bite. Higgins has been rock solid in this game. Chiliano's had a much better quarter. And we do have a timeout. England wants to talk things over, as does Israel. Coaches have the whiteboards out.
Scotland and Germany currently playing over in the Fieldhouse. You can watch that live, of course, here on Black Sportsnet and 10-Foot Sports Entertainment TV. So TFSETV.
10 feet.
CA, 10 feet? What did I say?
10 foot.
Oh, that's wrong.
Close
10
enough.
feet. TFSETV.ca.com.
.ca.
.ca. I know you do a lot of TFSE stuff.
Yeah, this is one of the most underrated buildings.
Oh, it's a great building.
I mean, it's got great facility here in the Arena Bowl. The Fieldhouse is a hidden gem right next to us. For the folks that don't know, the Fieldhouse is what, like a 20-step walk from the Arena Bowl, which is a great setup for a tournament like this. I'd be very shocked if this tournament didn't come back here in the very near future when Canada gets to host. Great staff, obviously first-class broadcasts. Shout out to Tyler Dinwoody, James Sutherland, working hard behind the scenes, bringing all the live action to you folks from out of Canada, inside Canada.
All over the world.
All over the world.
And our thanks, of course, to Lax Sports Network for streaming
too,
all
yes.
the games. Very pleased to have them available, have them on the games on LSN and available around the world. 10 seconds left. Israel starts to go. Hopper over to Bergman. He's going to rip one. He liked what he saw. Didn't have it. Smith throws it ahead. That's good if it goes. 1 second. Will it make it? It's just wide.
Oh. Sam Clare with the last-ditch effort tried to guide it home, but it just missed that far post. Boy, that would have been a backbreaker for Israel if that went in. They shot it too early on that attempt there, Stephen, and England nearly made him pay.
Yeah, Bergman saw one he liked, and it just stopped by Chiliano, and Brandon Smith almost with a sensational last-second goal. It is 6-3, though, for Israel through 30 minutes of play. We'll be back on LSN and TFSCTV.ca at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship 2019. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Astle. We'll see you in 12 minutes. Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship. It is 6-3 for Israel over England through a half. Very low scoring second quarter. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Astle, and boy, as Roach and Kadish battle for this opening face-off, we're wondering if we're going to see some more goals here in the third.
Yeah, credit Chiliano and Higgins, just allowed a goal apiece in that second quarter. Shots-wise, Israel outshot England in that second quarter 11-9 and have the overall shot total 22-19.
Yeah, I mean, it was 11-10 in the first quarter where we saw 7 goals. So probably, I think it's fair to say, not as high quality chances in the second quarter, but still some nice saves forced by each of the goaltenders.
6 power plays combined as well. Israel with 4 of those opportunities. England's 0 for 2, Israel 2 for 4.
Dan Eckersall, watched by Semish, who just runs through the pick from Marsh. Marsh on the roll, gets the ball, and Kruder comes in on him. And boy, that is just 2 big men combining. The Israeli defense can be very big and solid. Daniel Applebaum, the other big member of that group. Bergman on the offense. Applebaum just getting to the bench, so they're waiting to get the 5th attacker out. Fishman will hit him. That is Zachary Paul. Down to Bergman, shoots around Claire, but Chiliano scooped it up, and the quick outlet pass. Here comes William Whitehead. Albert Whitehead, sorry. Nate Claire. A couple of English players, and they actually kind of were holding the 5th guy. Oh, what a chance in the save by Higgins. They're actually holding the 5th attacker because it looked like they may have a go at the net and want to have somebody come back, and then they did. But a great save by Higgins on that one. That was a high-quality chance. Yeah,
best chance of this quarter comes from Nate Claire. Nearly had his second. Great passing, hard cutter by Nate Claire, but credit Higgins with a big-time stop.
Rowe once again on Chetner, forces him to throw it up high. Hopper, who has a couple. Over to Chetner. Feeds it through the middle. It goes all the way to the far side, where it's grabbed by Hopper up to Bergman. His rip is coming right up to us off the backboards. Yeah, it's not going to make it. But
lucky fan got it with his stick. Nice catch. See,
I think a skilled fan. He grabbed it right in the basket there. Nice play.
Bring your sticks to the game.
And a big round of applause for him. That's like, you're at a ball game and you have your glove. You got to have it on.
Exactly.
It's no good just having it with you. Same thing. You got to be holding your stick ready to go at all times. And now he has the ball with him because I remember back in the day, John Grant Sr. would always say, you got to have your stick with you or you get fined. And if you don't have the ball with the stick, it's just a fly swatter. You got to have the ball. Else how you're working on things.
Yeah, the kid's already working on his cradling. Look at him
go. There you go. See, he's going to be better by tomorrow. Silberlicht up in the offensive zone. He's going to stay. Circles, cuts through the middle. Hard shot by Bach is off Sam Claire's foot and up into the netting. Comes straight back down, back to Bach.
How does he not even limp after that? I would be down on my knees asking for the trainer. He didn't even look down.
No, I didn't act like he didn't even hit him, but I mean, it clearly hit him. Whether it's the foot or the shin, it must have been the foot. I'm guessing by the way it went up, right? Up into the netting. But
either way, no protection down there.
Tatton. Matt Tatton across center. Eckersall with a little fake, then gets it to Fitzgerald. Strong right for England. As Walker comes across the top. Now he cuts through the middle. They pass in just across behind him. Eckersall on the run, bounces one. Higgins was all over that. Figures out where it is. Picks it up and passes out to Udding.
Yeah, 3 minutes gone by in this third quarter. Just one real chance to talk about, and that was Nate Claire. Untouched, in tight on Higgins. No goals yet.
And again, we had just 1 goal per side in the second quarter after a 5-2 first quarter for Israel. Chetner tried to float one over the shoulder of Chiliano, didn't. Now Rowe is off to the races ahead of Bergman. Scores! Nice finish by Rowe. We haven't had a lot of transition chances, and I thought an odd angle taken by Bergman let Rowe get all the way into the net.
Man, he has been England's best player. Look at these long strides. Scoops it up at center, and he's gone. You're not catching him. 6'10", bang, back in the net. Second goal in his last 2 games. He's doing it at both ends, Stephen.
He really is. D'ing up on Chetner all the time in the defensive zone. I really thought Bergman kind of ran at Rowe instead of just running towards the net to get to where Rowe was going to be rather than where he was. And Rowe takes advantage, uses his wheels. Honestly, as a guy the same size, a penalty coming to Israel, but as a guy the same size as him, I don't know how he's that fast. I don't know how it's even possible.
It doesn't look like he's going so fast, but like I said, those long strides,
People
it's
don't
just
catch
unfair.
him. Yeah, if people aren't catching you, you're going fast. Bunio up to Walker, 6 attackers for England. 3 to get a shot off. There's one, the save, and Higgins will pounce on it, as does Kadish. It's going to be a too many men call on Israel. And England with all kinds of momentum.
Back to the power play where they're 0 for 2 here today. Almost 5 minutes in. Shots are dead even at 23 aside. They got the momentum thanks to a nice goal from Tyson Rowe. I'd put the big man out there. He's feeling it.
Yeah, he has played the odd offensive shift for them in the past. Now, Nate Clare's goal at 6:51 to go in the second, the first goal of the second, is listed as a power play goal. That's the one that was right as Dalton Lundy was stepping out. I think it may have gone in.
It was close.
With, say, a second left. Oh, that's off the post. Speaking of close, almost came straight back out to Dan Eckersall. Even if it hadn't been a power play goal, it would have been a virtual power play goal because he was just about to step out. Udding slowing things down. They can kill another 15 seconds here.
2 minutes for legal substitution. Time. Muller for an illegal substitution at 4:12.
Backdoor attempt. They try to get it to Wolf. It's a little bit high for him. Chiliano out for a bit of a trot. Makes a nice little across the body pass to Whitehead.
Again, England defenders head on a swivel early in the first quarter. They weren't aware of some forwards getting behind them. Haven't seen a whole lot of that. They made some nice adjustments.
Walker rips it, just drops the head of the stick, goes low to mid, just over the leg of Higgins. England's within 1 on another power play marker.
Yeah, they're now 2 for 4 since Clare's last goal was considered on the power play. Remember, Walker got some help on his first goal in the game. It went off the backboards. Higgins had to go off his leg and in. This one clean to the back of the net. Head up, underhand bomb, and it's a 1-goal game. England has both goals in this quarter.
Just enough of a pick to allow Whitehead or Walker that wide open shooting lane. He takes advantage. And it's for England, it's nice to see, Walker with a couple of goals, one of the English guys on the club. I believe you've got the list there. Where's Will Walker from?
Will Walker is from London.
London, England. So the Southern Box Lacrosse League. Higgins will grab that one. They're going to have an illegal pick called on Israel.
Will Walker scored yesterday against the Canadians, up to 3 goals now. Couple here in this matchup against Israel, and now they're looking for the equalizer. Down by 1, another offensive possession.
Behind the net, Whitehead is thinking about he's going to go for the dunk. Higgins just throws the arms up. England gets it back though. No crease violation as he got immediately out. That's a big pick. Sorry about Eckersall, who tried the dunk attempt. And it's knocked loose. Tim Semish has it. Runs a post route. See how I slid that football reference in?
I like it.
Thanks. Of course, he was an NFL linebacker, a practice squad guy. He was telling me a couple days ago or yesterday, he is done with football. He's all in on lacrosse. This is his thing. He's going to camp with the San Diego Seals. Pass to Bergman around the world. Great attempt, and it might be in.
We got Israel players celebrating. I thought I saw, no, they're going to wave it off. Wouldn't mind getting a replay.
Yeah, if we can see that again, that for sure had English players diving into the crease to support Chiliano.
Nice effort nonetheless there.
Israel could really use a goal to get that momentum going. They did score the one with just under 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Nice pick off by Harper. He's going to the net. Turns Bunio around inside out and scoffed the post. No other one's not in either. Applebaum was right there, had a bit of space, put it onto the backside of the mesh. That one hit the post, and then Chiliano, and then almost back in and came out.
Yeah, that all started in the defensive end. Harper with a great steal. took a nice little route around Bunio, who was inside out and off the pipe and nearly in.
Fitzgerald at the top, tries to just hand it off to Marsh. It gets away from him. Nate Clare will grab it. This is just kind of one of those offensive shifts that doesn't really go anywhere, but they get a shot and a reset. Nice job by Clare with the precision shot to just get that reset, and they get a pretty decent scoring chance out of it.
Yeah, Kuber was all alone in front. Good chance, but Higgins with a nice pad save and another opportunity. Look at the English forwards. They're just more hungry for the ball right now, Stephen.
Sometimes it just works that, you know, you get that momentum, you get feeling good. Here's Marsh. He just misses the net.
This offense.
Oh, Udding is hip checked away by Fitzgerald. Udding doesn't like that. He's having a word with the referee. Hopper. Here's Bergman getting it down immediately to Chetner. Kind of directing traffic, feeds it through. Nice trail check there by Albert Whitehead. And then the hard chop. He is not letting Brian Hopper have that ball.
And there's a 30-second violation. What a job there by Albert Whitehead, not allowing Hopper any breathing space. Knocked him around a bit, which leads to a turnover.
Whitehead, another one of the English players. England is really moving towards an all-English roster. They've got a handful of Canadians still now, but their plan in 2 years at the Euros in Hanover, Germany in 2021 is to have an all-English roster or very close to it. Probably, I'm thinking a Canadian goalie at that point. They really don't have many. Elliot Pugh's on the roster. And great guy, a team manager, but you don't want to send him on his own to carry the load.
I'd be just fine with Frankie Chiliano as my goaltender.
Yeah, I mean,
off to a rough start in the first quarter, but he's really settled down. Give him credit.
Nick Rose has also represented England back at the 2015 World Championships. I'm sure they'd have a chat with him, but you know, you're going to go with loyalty if Chiliano's here and committed. If he wants to do it again, I would think they'd be pretty happy to have him back. That ball pops away from Wolf. I think they'd be happy with Chiliano or Rose.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with either.
Yeah. Chetner rips one, Chiliano save. And he's been very good tonight, really kind of getting into his rhythm. Here's Clare spinning away from Chetner. Will pull up, fakes the handoff.
Clare brothers having a solid game. Nate's got a goal. His younger brother Sam's had a couple of great looks.
And Sam scored a beauty yesterday on the run. Nice save by Higgins, going down in the butterfly on the shot from Walker. He's looking for his hat trick. Boy, this quarter is flying by.
Yeah, not a whole lot of stoppages. We've had just a couple of goals from England. Israel going through another dry spell offensively.
And only the one penalty in the quarter as well, the too many men call on Israel. 4:12 into the period, so let's keep that going.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yes, for those of you at home who couldn't hear it, I was knocking on wood as I said that. So thanks for the pointing that out, Brandon, because otherwise it just seems a little odd. I should knock louder. There's a shot by Clare, saved by Higgins. England, the last several shots, not really getting to the corners, just going in the middle. Harper steps underneath. Nice play, but again, a shot towards the center of the body, and Chiliano with a stop. Too many on England this time. And they're not even going to argue. Walt Christensen and Andy Downing, I believe, having a chat there.
Israel's going to go to the power play. Got off to a hot start there, 2 for 2, but haven't capitalized on their last two opportunities. And these ones always seem the hardest to kill off, Stephen. Penalties like that will drive coaches nuts, but what can you do? You just got to hope your PK steps up, which it has the last two penalty kills.
Ben Colville goes to serve it. It'll be Sam Clare and Tyson Rowe up top. Brandon Smith and Tom Roach down low, as we've seen for the most part for England on the PK. Wolf at the top as Israel goes strong right. Chetner, think he wanted to shoot, but he just bobbled the ball as he caught it. That shot goes wide. Oh, and Clare's getting ahead of everybody. Hopper on him. Nice save, Higgins. Or is it? Yes, it's in his hand.
Man, that might be his best save of the game. Claire with another clean break to the net. He's had so many chances, but Higgins there doing the splits, got enough with his left leg.
Chetner thought he might let that one rip because everything was a bit unsettled, but now we're into things. Bergman back up to Chetner. That one's wide, and Chetner is absolutely flattened by Tyson Rowe. It's going to be an over and back. I think Bergman's going to go play. No, he's just going to stand over so he can check Rowe. I would have been inclined to pick that one up and just really force him to stop.
But he saw Tyson Rowe coming.
No, that's what I mean. Like, you just pick it up and then play gets blown down, and then you can put it down. It just gives you that extra bit of time while you put the ball down to get the rest of your defenders out. Worked just as well to just go stand over top of it. Eckersall trying to drive by Silberlich. Slide help from Udding. The ball's jarred loose, but he was in the crease anyway. And Udding will just patiently wait for that ball, for the checker to clear, and then trot up over center.
Israel will have one last chance to set up on the power play. I'm looking at Bergman here to step up, Stephen. He came into this game with 5 goals in the last 2 games. He's got nothing here tonight. We'll see if they can get him a look.
Loves to shoot on the run, stepping around screens. They're going to come down low to him. Oh, tried to feed Hopper. It was tipped away. 5 on the shot clock. Still lots of time on the penalty if they can get a reset, as they do from Zachary Paul. Nice heads-up shot. Bouncing off the shoulder of Chiliano. Fishman skip pass there to Chetner. Oh, Bergman spun and shot, but Chiliano was all over it. Penalty coming on the checking in the crease to Bergman. So with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, England's going to have an extra attacker chance to try and tie things up.
Yeah, England comes out of the box. Israel's going to go in. If England can't score here in the 6-on-5, they're within 1 with time winding down in this quarter.
Claire up to Marsh. Last man out is Kuber. Oh, and Kuber with the hard shot. That's going to come back over center. So with 1:36 to go, Israel will send a man. They're in home to the penalty box, and England will have a chance to tie it up heading into the fourth. And boy, this developing English side has got to be excited to be here. And the longer, one of the developing teams is in the game. I mean, Israel's still a developing team too. They've actually only existed as a lacrosse nation for 8 years.
Yeah, this is England's 4th straight appearance here at this tournament. Got off to a rough start in 2015, Stephen. 0-4, won their next 2, beat Ireland in the 5th place game. They end up finishing 5th. They finish 5th in 2011 as well, and 4th in 2007.
More and more teams, of course. In 2007, there were only 8 teams at the tournament. In 2011, there were, 11? Oh, no, there were.
Last was 12?
Might have been 8 again. Last time there were 13 actually in 2015. Udding with the shot going to the net. And penalty coming to England this time. Illegal cross check.
Yeah, Udding's had himself a great game. We've mentioned it a couple times. Defense, offense in there. Lowers his shoulder, knows he's going to take a hit, gets a shot away, and he's going to draw a call. It'll be 4-on-4, some extra room out there for the next minute 32.
A minute 7 of which will be here in the, whoa.
What do you think?
I don't think he even touched him. I mean, he touched him, but yeesh. It's fast. It's happening very fast, and it's hard to see without the replay. That's what I'll say. Paul rips one off Chiliano, trickles wide of the net. Fishman couldn't get there before Chiliano pounced on it. We're into the final minute of the third. And Chiliano gets a running start to throw that pass. Gets it ahead to Sam Clare.
So it's an illegal cross.
Bunio tried to get through it. It's stripped away by Lundy. And Kruder will throw it ahead. Silberlich. Put a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. So Israel's not going to be able to go for a last shot here. I mean, it may wind up being the last shot. They will not pull Higgins, obviously, with that 5-second difference. They are waiting pretty deep into the shot clock before they try to go somewhere. Wolf wanted to, Bach trying to get a shot off. He lost control of the ball. Tyson Rose got it, 3.5 to go. Couple of passes. Clare, he'll rip one. Boy, that's 2 long shots to end quarters by the Clare brothers. Both of them right on the net from One earlier was well past center, that one right at center.
Yeah, Higgins has had to be careful these last few seconds of the past 2 quarters with some long bombs.
A 2-0 third quarter for England. They trail by 1 over to Israel, 6-5. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Askell. This is WILC 2019 on LSN and TFSCTV.ca. We'll be back in a minute and a half. Welcome back, lacrosse friends. We're ready to roll with quarter number 4. We're going to decide who wins this critical game. Remember, whoever wins this game has a much easier path to the medal rounds. Assuming, I mean, we're figuring Canada and Iroquois are pretty powerful and are generally not losing in this blue group except to each other. Of course, we will see that tested tonight. The U.S. will have something to say about that, as the 7:30 game here in Pacific time will be USA versus the Iroquois. Boy, Higgins had to be sharp on that one from Sam Clare, and Bunio will go pick up a rebound. They get a fresh 30.
And some power play time, 17 seconds. Nice
That's
play.
a big one to pick that up. Oh, they're shorthanded, actually.
Israel the power play, that's right.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I thought you meant England was getting power play time. Oh, they're eating up the Israel power. I get what you're saying. Give me 5 or 10 seconds and I can figure out a lot of things. There we go, back to even strength. Bunio lobs it up. Oh, that was almost in. That was off the inside of the post. Hit, I believe, the instep of Higgins' foot. Oh my goodness, that would have been something.
Matt Marsh with the last-ditch effort, got it towards the net, beat Higgins, but you're right, Steven, hit the post and stayed out.
Utting, he's going to hand it off to Bergman and head to the bench. That'll get Hopper to join the offensive fray. So 7:30, the U.S. and Iroquois join us. I'll have the call again. I'm Stephen Stamp. I'll be on play-by-play, and I'll be joined once again by Brandon Askell. It's fun calling with you. It's our first chance.
Yeah, absolutely. We were hoping to get a close game as well. It's always fun to call a game that's close. There hasn't been a lot of close games in this tournament, and these two teams have both played pretty well. And credit England bouncing back. Steven, they let in 5 goals after the first quarter, just one since. We'll see if they can pull through here in the last 13 minutes.
Yep, 3-1 since that opening quarter when they trailed 5-2. They are just down by 1. This is a low-scoring battle. Both goalies have been sharp. There's a chance. Another save by Higgins. I was going to say, both defenses have been pretty good. A little breakdown there. But Eckersall couldn't quite finish.
And I never thought I'd say this, Steven. It's kind of refreshing to see a low-scoring game.
I like low-scoring games. I like
fun.
good defensive games.
We've seen a lot of goals this term, a ton of goals, some blowouts. Yeah. It's always nice when the defense...
Here's a chance. Oh, that's a nice save by Chiliano. Just got enough of it. As Israel created scoring chances. So just as we're talking about the defenses, both teams get some scoring chances and both goalies put it to the test again.
Shots dead even. Both teams have 34. This is going to come down to the wire.
This is one of those moments in a game where you just feel like the next goal is huge, right?
Absolutely, especially Israel. They need one.
Kuber winds up. Easy save for Higgins. That's actually kind of a funny thing to say, right? Easy save. Looked easy to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Higgins made it look easy.
He made it look
sure.
easy for sure. Silberlicht. Chetner. Trying to find someone. Bach cuts through. Silberlicht opens some space. Oh, it's in. Chiliano kicked it in, or is it?
No, it stayed
It's
on
not.
the goal line the whole time.
Oh my goodness. What a play. Did Brandon Smith get that one?
Somebody gave him some help.
Because Smith dove in and tried to keep it out, and then it was scooped up, I think, by Abramson. Nate Clare can't quite accept the pass, but gets it now. He is surrounded by white jerseys and somehow hangs on to it, doing his best Ilya Gaich impression. Did you happen to see the game this morning? Or?
I missed it, no.
Oh, Ilya Gaich was really something. Shot goes wide, picked up by Israel, playing for Serbia. He is unbelievable. I'll tell you, folks, if you get a chance, go back and watch that Serbia-Ireland game. And in particular, watch when Ilya Gaich, after being injured, he'd been hobbling, chases down Brendan Szabo on a breakaway to make a defensive stand. It was heroic to the play. I mean,
yeah,
man.
The Gaiches are legendary around these parts.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I mean, Brian Hopper over to Bergman. Nice save. Chiliano comes straight back to Bergman, but Clare, good defensive play, and Whitehead comes up with it. One of my favorite moments in 2015 in Onondaga was there was a young man who'd driven down. He was about 10, 12 years old, driven down with his mom. He was a budding lacrosse journalist, and he really wanted to interview Ilya Gaich, and Ilya had a broken hand. He had a cast put on, and he sat there. I set it up for them where they got together, and the young man interviewed him, the lad, and Ilya was such a great guy, very accommodating, and that kid just was beaming. I still talk to his mother to this day.
Is he a Serbian reporter?
No, it was a kid from New York who they have Serbian background, though. And his mom's great. She does a lot of work to organize tournaments. Chatting with her earlier this year, talked to her because last year I went to Israel for the World Field Championships. And she was in touch, but Israel running low on the shot clock with a delayed penalty coming. Now, is there another one, or is that mirroring?
There's two coming up,
Yep.
It's going to be a 5-on-3 if they don't score here.
Oh, and they've got possession and a fresh 30. It's a 6-on-5 right now. Chetner's directing traffic. Wolf fires one, save. It's going to go back to Bach. Another fresh 30 for Israel. Oh, wide open. Paul, stopped by the crossbar. Another fresh 30. Hopper just taps it over to Wolf. And they'll just reset. Wolf. Lots of time on the shot clock. They tried to feed it through to Paul. Doesn't get there, but it tips off. Bach shoots. It's going to come straight back to him. Another 30. That's 4 resets. Flips it up to Wolf. Silberlicht getting into it out front. There's a goal. So that will wipe out one of them on the goal by Bach, and Israel will still go to the power play.
Man, that was a clinic on how to get a reset. And credit Bach. He got the last reset. He knew he wasn't going to score, but he just wanted the clock to reset, so he fired a gentle one off the leg of Chiliano, and he eventually gets it back a few seconds later and gets a big insurance marker. And like you said, they're going to go to the power play here as well, as I believe England took 2 penalties during that sequence.
I don't see. Yeah, there we go.
So the holding the stick gets washed out, and a holding call is going to go against Sutton of England.
Mark Thompson, really good job adjudicating, showing, making that clear, indicating the referee. He shows the first one, the holding the stick, wiped out by the goal. The second one will go into effect. So talk about momentum boost. Israel with the goal and the power play, and the ball, as Doug Gunning swoops in to pick up that Lucy off the faceoff.
Yeah, Bach's second point of the game, 3rd goal of the tournament. It's a big one, and they're looking for more here on the power play. This is their 6th opportunity.
Perimeter passing to begin for Israel. Now they start to get some movement. Cutter through the middle. There's a pick on Rowe. Bergman comes out to Wolf. Rips it, comes straight out to Paul. He's diving in, saves Chiliano. Oh, diving effort by Bergman. Will it work? A diving effort by Clare. Diving effort by Wolf. And Rowe comes up with it.
Bodies flying.
Great job getting on their right sides. Scores. Tyson Rowe on the run. Almost breaks the glass as he dives into it or jumps into it. What a shorthanded goal. Bodies everywhere. The ball with Tyson Rowe into the back of the net.
Who wasn't flying on that shift for England? Unbelievable. Sam Clare knocks it free for Rowe, sets up a 2-on-1, and the big man gets a big goal, his 2nd of the game. Short-handed marker. Talk about selling out.
Had Higgins stepping to his left. I think he may have been just a little eye fake or something, because it looked like Higgins was stepping left, expecting the pass to Clare. And Rowe pulls it back to the near side pass to the right shoulder of Higgins. What a play for the short-handed marker, and they get the ball. Whitehead has it. Silverlick chopping on him. They get it loose. Silverlick will come away with it after Harper helped him out.
What more can you say about the Clare brothers, Sam and Nate? They've had a big impact on the game. Tyson Rowe's been the best player, in my opinion, for England, along with Shiliano. It's the local guys having the big games here for England.
Where's Tyson Rowe from? I mean, he's a...
Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. That's right. He is. I know he's playing there. Is he from Nanaimo?
Yes, he is.
Okay. So a ferry ride away.
Or, sorry,
hopefully the family's here.
Duncan.
Okay, yeah, that's close.
Cowichan Valley.
That's not far. Duncan's a neat little town. They have one of the funnest little bookstores in Duncan. At least they did when I was living in the area.
It's home of the largest hockey stick in the world. Don't know if you knew that.
It doesn't really look like a real stick, though. It's cool. It's
got
a big
tape
stick.
on it.
It does have tape on it. I remember seeing that. Everyone told me, oh, the biggest sticks. I went to Duncan, and I used to coach rowing at Brentwood College School in Mill Bay, so
I heard
it's in the area.
I heard it's Tyson Rowe's old hockey stick.
That's right.
Yeah.
Claire's just going to roll that one into the corner, and that'll just about do it for the power play for Israel. 5 seconds left, and 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter. A 1-goal lead for Israel, thanks to that shorthanded goal by Rowe. Sutton comes out of the box, and we are all even on the floor. 1 goal separating these two teams. Bergman. Oh, nice save, Shiliano. That's the kind of goal that Bergman scores. The pass doesn't connect with Fishman. Hopper wound up on the floor. Bergman with the forecheck. Oh, and they get it.
What a job by Bergman. Didn't give up. He knew he was a step behind. Sutton there lowered the shoulder, put him into the end wall, and knocked it free. And fresh 30 seconds.
And Fishman went in to pick it up. Bergman is down. There's a stick. Oh, I think Zach Paul is holding the stick call.
Yep, that's
ripped
exactly
it out. Yeah, ripped it out of the hands of Brandon Smith. Brandon Smith's been very good as well.
Another Nanaimo team and teammate of Tyson Rowe here in the Western Lacrosse Association. And a power play on one side for England's heating up. They're 2 for 5. Israel's gone ice cold. They were 2 for 2 at one point, now 2 for 6. And England is 1 shot away from tying this thing up. 6:28 to go.
England taking their time to get this thing rolling. Clear up to Bunio. Strong right to the top. Oh, that one went off of somebody. Came ricocheting out in a hurry. Udding grabs it. Red jerseys everywhere. He comes away with it. He's got an Applebaum ahead. Oh, gets the pass to him. Applebaum. Don't shoot that.
Thought about it, didn't he?
He did. I think he was thinking about it. You can't assume, but it looked like he was thinking about it. And that's the coach mind in me thinking, don't take that shot when you're shorthanded and you don't have a good chance on it. Here's Chetner. That one's not so bad. His stick is knocked away. He wants the holding the stick call, not getting it. Here comes Whitehead. He's had himself a game. He's going to hand it off. And here comes the power play, Bunio. 5.5 to go. I'm Stephen Stamp with Brandon Astle. This is a thriller from the WILC 2019 at the Langley Events Center. Thanks for being with us, lacrosse friends. Udding tried to tip that one. It did get away from Eckersall, but Bunio's right there. Gets it back. Little cycle play. Bunio rips it well wide. Straight out though, and oh, what a save. Hard shot by Eckersall. Israel gets it ahead. Applebaum. He's not even thinking about shooting now. He's going to pull this out. Great pressure from Kuber. And Applebaum protects the ball very well. He is quite new to the game. I know he was telling me every time he's out there, he's just soaking up any knowledge he can get. Loves being coached by Brad MacArthur and the staff. Always wants to learn, but right now you're just out there doing the best you can to finish off this game. Oh, Fishman just misses the net. It's going to come out to England. Chris Wayner gets it to Clare. Oh, what a shot! Sam Clare in transition. Had some great chances earlier. He buries. We're all tied.
Big fist pump from Sam Clare. It's going to be a power play goal coming in transition. I thought he might give it off to Tyson Rowe, who's got the hot hand in this game, but Sam Clare says, watch this. What a shot. He couldn't have walked it up there and placed it any better. Blows it over the right shoulder of Higgins, and we're tied at 7.
Oh, I love that overhead shot. You can see exactly where that one went in, just inside the post. 7-7 the score.
Claire's been all over the floor, didn't have any points to show for yet. His brother has a goal now. He joins his older brother on the score sheet. Shots 40-38. It's so close in every department here today.
Israel back on the offense. Hopper. England will get possession.
Great save by Chiliano. Hopper had a lane there, but Chiliano made himself big and was able to grab the rebound in his crease.
England into the offensive zone. Penalty coming. They're going to call an illegal pick on England, but I think Harper is getting a holding call.
Yeah,
he is looking a little shaken up.
Nate Clare provided the pick. Ball was going to go back the other way, and he's not in good shape. His arm is hanging. Feel there for Kevin Harper.
That does not look good. Oh my goodness.
Watch this pick here from Clare. Dropped him from behind. Both players go down, and Harper's in a world of hurt. And we're gonna have
Yeah, his arm is not comfortable. And you know what? We just saw in England's first game, Dave Clooney went off in similar circumstances. He's actually out. He's had a dislocated elbow. And Walt Christensen said, you don't have to worry about saying upper body injury. He's not playing again. He's done for the tournament. So it's too bad for Dave Clooney, and a veteran of this team who's put so much of himself into it, and he's out. Hopefully, Harper is not in that same situation, although that did not look good. He's in the hallway, heading down the tunnel with the trainer.
And it's a power play for England. In the box for Israel, I believe, is Mahler. So a chance to take the lead. They have yet to lead this entire game. See if they can change that.
3:40 to go, all tied up. Illegal pick. Applebaum on the run. This might be a chance to have a go. Oh, what an effort. It comes out though, Chiliano with the save. Great effort by Applebaum. Chetner tries to get the ball. He can't. It's grabbed by Abramson. Nice little pick by Clare, who just
wow!
No.
Yeah, they got him there. Sam Clare has his arm.
He just stood there.
You can't believe the call. He sent Chetner flying, and it's Israel possession. You can hear the boos of the English faithful. They didn't like the call.
I have to agree with him. I mean, I thought he stood there, just kind of leaned into him. You got to be able to at least brace.
So 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Minute 5 left in the penalty to Seth Mahler. Or Mahler might actually be serving it for Harper.
Yeah, Harper got the penalty for the hold as his arm was being messed up. Here's a chance. So they're going to go to Clare. They do. Oh, he lost the ball, kicks it.
It still made its way to the net somehow, and Higgins is flopping around like a fish in his crease and somehow kept it out. Clare can't believe it. What an opportunity to take the lead, but he whiffed on it.
Wow. Applebaum hands it off. 20 seconds on the shot clock and 12 more than that on the penalty. So Israel's still going to have a bit of time to kill unless they can get a reset. Remember that sequence a little while ago where they got 4 or 5 possessions in a row. Bergman splits the D with a little swim move, gets a shot off, doesn't quite catch it. He almost had it. He's going after it though. Diving, doesn't get it. Whitehead again coming up with the ball. Whitehead has just been a loose ball machine.
Power play over in 4 seconds. England better be aware of Mahler come out of the box. They see it, and Mahler will join his teammates in the defensive end right here.
Nate Clare finds a man, quick shot on the back door by Matt Marsh. It's stopped. Oh, what a poised play in the corner there.
Penalty coming up.
Kadish? Yeah, making the pass out. What a time to take a penalty as they ram Kadish into the boards. Israel's got Higgins on the bench. Getting the 6 attackers out. If they don't score here, all this time that they're using right now would just add on to the penalty as it would carry over into the overtime if they can't score in the power play. That's after the buzzer. That was clearly after the buzzer. Some cheers from the Israel faithful, but A couple of the fans have their arms up in the air and they're looking at each other saying, "That was in, right?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that was in." And everyone else in the building is saying no.
Yeah, John-Luc Chetner knows it as well. He waited just a half second too long.
Yeah.
Beat Chiliano clean, but clearly the buzzer went. Nonetheless, they're going to the
Here's
power
the
play.
penalty.
Okay, I didn't really see anything there, but Matt Marsh is in the box for England. Huge opportunity for Israel to get their lead back. Minute 10 to go in this fourth quarter.
Paul with it. Chetner at the top to Bergman. The usual suspects out for England. Rowe and Clare up top. Roach and Smith down low. Shot stopped by Chiliano. Under a minute to play. Tyson Rowe. Chetner runs into him. Rowe bounces off, save Higgins. Where's the ball? It's in the corner. Rowe goes after Semish. See, they're together.
There's the two
face
big men.
to face. We want to see it. And Zach Higgins is all over Semish. He doesn't care about Rowe. He's telling his own guy, knock it off. If you take a penalty now, I will punch you.
Those are two big bodies colliding.
Yeah.
What an opportunity for Rowe. Lowers a shoulder, uses his size and weight to his advantage, gets a shot away.
35 on the game clock right now. 15 here on the shot clock. Bergman gets the pass back over to Paul. Behind the back. Hopper up to Paul. Bergman, backdoor pass. Nice job tying up by Smith to tie up his man. The shot, is it stopped? It is. 18 seconds left. England wants to kill the rest of the fourth quarter.
They're looking to take the last shot and go for the win. 10 seconds to go. They're not going to use a timeout.
Sam Clare drives to the net. Can he be the hero? No. Oh my goodness. That was a
What an effort.
That was a gutsy little play by Jacob Silberlich to tap it back towards his goaltender with about 2 seconds to play. And we are going to a sudden victory overtime. It'll be 15 minutes on the board, but the first team to score is going to win and set themselves up for the much, much easier route to the medal round.
Yeah, this has been the game of the tournament so far, Stephen. Rightfully so. These two teams going into overtime. At one point, it was a 5-1 lead for Israel. England has scratched and clawed their way back. It's now 7-7. They've been the better team in the entire second half. Chiliano's been a wall. Sam Clare's been a man on a mission. Tyson Rowe's been unbelievable. And they're still going to have to kill 46 seconds of penalty time.
Yeah.
Such a big game between these two. Both are looking for their first win. They're giving the fans their money's worth.
You can keep going. Albert Whitehead has been great. Brandon Smith, great second half. I think, both goalies, Frank Chiliano and Zach Higgins, the shots 45-42 for, that's Israel on the left, is it not?
Yep.
The home team, yep. On the home bench, yes. So not a super high game in terms of shots, but both goalies have been tested. It's just a 2-minute break. We got about 45 seconds left in it. And we are going to sudden victory overtime.
So impressed with Sam Clare. He's been playing great in the Summer Ball Western Lacrosse Association with the Burnaby Lakers. Had 10 points in 17 games. It's not his job to provide offense, but he has been attacking the net left, right, and center here today. And for his efforts, he was signed by the Vancouver Warriors in the NLL. And you can see why. This kid's got a motor. He took on 3 defenders in the last couple seconds, spinorama, packed the ball in, and got a great shot away on Higgins. But credit the goaltender made the save.
Who do you have? One from each team.
Okay, I'm going to stick with Sam Clare for England, and for Israel, I'm going to go with their leading goal scorer, Kyle Bergman. He's due.
I'll go with, I'm going to go Tyson Rowe for England. Bit of a off-the-board pick, but he's doing some great transition.
That's not off the board at all.
Yeah, he's been
got
great.
2 goals.
And you took Bergman, eh? I'll take Chetner. We're going lefties for Israel, and both taking defenders for England. There's Bergman over to Hopper. Remember, Israel's on the power play. Chetner to Hopper. He's going to let it rip off the post and crossbar. Comes straight back to him.
What a chance off the pipe.
There's another one. A save this time by Chiliano. Paul's going to track it down. Fresh 30. Rowe runs him into the boards. Paul uses the momentum to go towards the net. Here's Bergman. Chetner takes a look to see Marsh coming out of the box. Steps around him. Now, do they go after Marsh, the forward, who's going to slip back into the middle of the D? Oh, that's a save by Chiliano. I thought we were going to get a call, an illegal pick in the middle. Here comes Rowe with Clare. It's a 2-on-1. Sam Clare, save Higgins. Our two guys were on the run together after Bergman and Chetner both had some looks at the other end.
What an opening minute. Hopper hits the post. Bergman had a great chance in tight, could have ended, and then Sam Clare all by himself, denied by Higgins. We play on.
Will Walker, passed across, almost gotten by Lundy. There's a shot, Bunio missed. Oh, Applebaum in a little trouble picking it up. What a game. Whoever wins this has well earned it. And whoever loses is going to be crushed. Chetner feeds it through. Fishman scores! Adam Fishman. A lovely little touch feed from Chetner, and just the soft, perfectly placed shot past Chiliano. Israel escapes with an 8-7 win.
Jean-Luc Chetner, the setup man tonight. 5 assists. Fishman gets the hat trick. He started the scoring. He finishes the scoring. What a gutsy effort by Israel. Gave up a lead early on. Fishman, big fist pump. Beats Chiliano through the wickets. What an unbelievable effort from both sides. 8-7 is your final in OT. Israel picks up their first win of the tournament.
5 assists, you said, right? Wow. Big night, Jean-Luc Chetner. Fishman finishes it. I'm Steven Stamp with Brandon Askell. Thanks for being with us. What a game. We've got more to come. 7:30, a couple of games here. We will be on the U.S. versus Iroquois at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Be with us. Be there, be square.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. Those two teams got a lot to live up to if they watch this one. What a game. What a night it's going to be at the LEC.
Thanks for being with us. We'll see you in about an hour.